lace burlesque of balletic bacchantes. May the whalebone walls you don to constrict accentuate, and not mark too deeply the skin, nor gain permission as necessary tourniquet. Unfuck yourself. Unbatten the box Pandorian, moistening the well-born rhymes that resonate most salient with your original lips, haloing indelible truths with the pantomime of your frenzy. Tantrum on cymbals in measured metronome, not just to hear the echo of clatter. Unwind the stately grandfather clock and fall through its face into chaos upturned. Live life in theory, furiously desiring to strike nouns unbecoming from the draft. Rewrite yourself elsewhere. Cajole the setting to dialogue in richly rippling falling curtains with each progressive act of idiosyncrasy. Ostracize the weakening shards. Puff April whispers on those frozen rain gutter stalagmites until they flow aqua vitae and green the marrow in Le Jardin Privé de Paradis. Take up the trowel, dislodge the earth, and clip tawny roots hubristically, for the difference of farce and tragedy is found only in the conclusion of the narrative. Borrow in media res from the palimpsest of history, the shears, cutting your form from air teeming with fireflies and haze, downwind from the perfume of mortality. Scissor your heart from the ringed wood of the weeping willow, so that it may flood and be set alight in equal measure. Be parhelion to tarnished immaculacy. Curate articulations of flora. Cast aside chosen bursings as you tend the topiary abstract. Perpetuate breathlessness in interlude but still breathing. And go to the grave clad into the catharsis of theater, in aggressive joy. Go to the grave clad in the barely there wordplay of every critic besotted by the lilting, unfolding waft of your teasing wing. I am a made thing, natural in spirit but man-forged in archetype, as innocent as any other, as decreed by my mere existence, by the equal opportunity licensing of flesh to the same collection of clock strokes which binds all proto-gods to the contagion of corporeality. It is only by the opening of the envelope of my confidential fingerprints that my private details are contextualized by the thumping book of convention decorum and juried worthy of a scarlet sigilled vest. But it is I who supply the wordy footage from which they scry the ornaments of my idiosyncrasy to be low-hanging putrid fruit of upturned underbrush, to be published above the fold in red scandal, as if my soul were a muslin-wrapped bone they had valiantly picked from cursed sarcophagi themselves. But it is me leading the sniper-sighted inquiry to fill in the mad-lib blanks of this choose-your-own-adventure detective book. And yes, it was indeed me, Miss Scarlet, in the library, with the pen, who curated the iconoclastic stage show which pulls the cloth from under their fine dinnerware, exposing their wholesome familial scene to be set upon flimsy, foldable imitations of the marble pedestals they claim to inhabit. They are a margin-gossiping parochial audience who faint from their slim mind's exposure to my marveling jolts, naked bravado, hoping to puff hard, heavy words to pillow the sails of another Charon-piloted transformation. suctioning their pious ears against the sunburst, blotted confessional pews, which I freely rip myself open upon. They are mawkish daytime understudies of a soapbox crier on the corner, unmeriting of the lead role and unable to interpret the probing monologue I absently lived through. And while their idle hands do press cutter shapes into my rolling pin dough beaten down, never left long enough or warm enough to properly rise, it was with my own hand these metal shapes they wield were cast. I transcribed the recipe, invited others to make a thing of it, to season to taste. A trial commences with the encrusted blink of thick lid suffocating their supposedly golden compassed inner eye, while I am still fish hooked, jettisoning persistently upstream towards my hollowed hatching bed. And it is here that I remain, awaiting verdict, resisting the real jerked barb of guilt, of delusional conviction. This is a long con game that is being played for their amusement, for the unworthy trophies hefted over hunted things, as if wilderness, as if my wildness could be conquered. But they would not set out their festering lures if their waters were not tepid, if they were not praying for my toothy, moxie nibble, if they were not begging